Are you serious? The world is messed up. I mean, you don't know who. Everyone's speaking with a forked tongue. Nations are rising against nations, kingdom against kingdoms. There's famines, there's pestilence, there's earthquakes, there's Ebola outbreaks in the Congo, there's West Nile virus spreading in America. The water's turning blood red, not only in Texas, but folks, the river in Beirut, Lebanon ran red for 3 days. It rained red water rain out in India. The Sea of Azov along the Ukraine and Russia turned blood red. What? The water turned blood red in France. And listen to me. Listen. There's wars. There's rumors of wars. And now, forget about all the dead birds, dead fish, dead cows. That happens every day. That's the Hosea prophecy. Why? Because there's no truth. There's no mercy. There's no knowledge of God in the land. And by swearing and lying, killing, stealing, committing adultery, God said he has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. It says the land's going to mourn. The land's going to languish. The beasts of the field are going to die. The fowls from heaven are going to fall from the sky. And the fish of the sea, yea, they're going to be taken away. That's Hosea chapter 4, verses 1, 2, 3. You guys know I wrote a book about it. If you don't know that, check it out. It's at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. What I want you to do is find Jesus Christ as your Savior. I want you to find Jesus. Now get this. The United States, England, France, have all their elite units on standby right now. They're ready to seize the chemical and biological weapons that are in Syria. Dubkafile is reporting that U.S. C-130s transports are standing ready at Middle Eastern air bases to fly into Syria and to seize the biological weapons and the chemical weapons and use tactics for securing their arsenals. Western intelligence sources reported today, August 23rd, 2012, that those units are on standby at bases in Israel and Jordan. Their assignments are to engage the Syrian troops. Hang on a minute, get some coffee. Hold it a minute. Their assignments is to engage Syrian troops that would be attempting to move those unconventional weapons systems to battle fronts of Hezbollah and to prevent them falling into the hands of radical Islamic rebel fighters, especially Al-Qaeda. What about the Muslim Brotherhood? Should we not be concerned that they could get their hands on them? Oh, I forgot. 10,000 Libyan freedom fighters who belong to the Muslim Brotherhood from Libya have been in Jordan training to invade Syria, paid for at $1,000 a month per soldier by the Saudi Arabian government and trained by NATO to go into Syria to overthrow Assad and establish the Muslim Brotherhood, the new leaders of that government, so that it becomes convoluted. You're worried about terrorists getting the chemical weapons, and yet you're training soldiers who are part of a Muslim Brotherhood, which, oh, by the way, are terrorists. Oh, I forgot. We don't recognize them as terrorists. I forgot. And that's not the only terrorist group that we don't recognize as terrorists. Hezbollah. Here's a report coming out right now. The European Union does not consider Hezbollah a terrorist group. Read the headline yourself. What? I want to thank Stephen of Oklahoma for getting me the last article. I want to thank Michael Guthrie for this article. Hezbollah, the name of a military, political, and security organization in Lebanon, is now running world public opinion. Hezbollah terror threatens the Lebanon regionally, internationally. Their expansion of terror has translated into activity in the international arena. They have been active in committing acts of terror within Lebanon borders. They've attacked Israel in 2006, engaging in a 34-day war with the Israeli forces. And they're not terrorists either. But wait, the EU says that Hezbollah is not terrorist, but NATO says they are terrorists. But NATO doesn't consider the Muslim Brotherhood as terrorists. Yet the Muslim Brotherhood have taken over Egypt, they have taken over Tunisia, they've taken over the Ivory Coast, they've taken over Libya, they're in the process of taking over Yemen with Al-Qaeda, and they will take over Syria once Assad falls. But wait, Hezbollah is holding massive military drills to simulate war, folks. Raids into northern Israel. Hezbollah conducted a massive military exercise in southern Lebanon this week, reportedly deploying 10,000 gunmen over 3 days in a war game scenario, simulating a Shiite group's role as an Iranian proxy with a potential war with Israel. What? To be the proxy for the Republican Guard of Iran. Reports of the operation has surfaced in Hebrew media today, August 23rd, 2012, based on an article in the Egyptian state paper. The Hezbollah leader is supervising the drill, Hassan Nasrallah, and he is working with top officials of the Iran's Revolutionary Guard. So let's see if I got this right. The European Union says Hezbollah is not terrorist, yet Hezbollah is training with Iran to potentially invade Israel in case the Iranian-Israel nuclear weapon conflict escalates. Yet the EU says Hezbollah is not a terrorist. But wait, the United States, they're worried about the chemical and weapon and biological weapons that are in Syria. They're afraid terrorists might get them. But they don't see the Muslim Brotherhood as the terrorists. They see the Hezbollah. But the European Union says Hezbollah is not a terrorist. Yet it's the European Union, NATO, which includes Britain and France with America, that are afraid Hezbollah will get the chemical weapons. But they're not concerned that the Muslim Brotherhood will get the weapons. Matter of fact, they're training Libyan freedom fighters who are Muslim Brotherhood to go in and fight Syria. What? Are you serious? So who's on what side? Who's on first? Somebody's on second. I don't know that guy's name at third. Somebody's on their way home. Do you see what's going on? Lies, lies, lies. The beast is getting ready to rise, rise, rise. Now, Bible prophecy predicted this entire Arab Spring and all the falling of these nations. And you guys can watch my videos from yesterday, and I break it down for you real well. But here's one verse I need you to read. Revelation 13 says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name blasphemy." If you're a Christian or if you're a Jew, I are the target. Now listen to me for a minute. The 7 heads are the 7 continents. The 10 horns are the 10 sectors, the 10 crowns will be the 10 kings under the